Hey guys, this is Digress coming back to you with episode 15 of Minecraft New Adventures. And today I actually remembered what day it was, because if you saw the stream yesterday, you will realise... Hold on, wrong world, sorry about that guys. But yeah guys, if you saw the stream yesterday, you realise I said in about the first, I think it was the first 10-15 minutes of it, I think it might have been the first 5 actually, I was like, it's Monday, and I said also New Adventures on Mondays and Thursdays. But I'd already started doing the thing, I was already in a thing, and it was like, it was a lot easier just to carry on and go from there. Did the armor I was wearing break? Pardon me. Again, pardon me. But so today we probably are going to go on like an adventure because we've been building for the last so many episodes. We're just going to go and explore a little bit. See, that's not too much of a pain. The creeper is a more problem because just by essentially going and getting them to follow me out here. But yeah guys, today we're probably just going to go on a nice little adventure and essentially just wander the land. Because I'm looking at the house and say, okay, for the most part the house is mostly done. I don't have much food, but we're going to go and essentially wander this way. Do I have enough to make a bed? I could technically still make a bed. I want to try and say, like, it's only power 1, but I probably will get a better bow along the lines. Okay, no. Guys, I don't know if pale saplings can grow. Like, I'm gonna make sure I've got a good bit of room, because like this is what, a oak and it's not grown, so I'm gonna spread the pale oaks out a bit, but I'm not sure if they can grow if it's not essentially a pale oak place. But yeah, we're gonna go on a bit of a wander. I don't know if I'm gonna essentially want to wander for both episodes and essentially go out wandering now, end the episode wherever we end. I might just have a quick look, see if I can, like, granted, I really shouldn't be slaughtering every... Oh, great, there's a bunch of leaves around here. Did not know that. Every sheep I see? But at the same point... Like, I'm gonna essentially just go and make a spare bed. And essentially it'll just be my travel bed for now. It probably won't stay as said travel bed. But for now I think it'll do. See, birch is the one thing I don't want to use. Jungle's also something I don't. I'm also going to bring a spare crafting table. And yeah, that should be enough. But yeah, I'm basically just going to go on adventure, see what we can find, and I can't guarantee we'll be adventuring for the full 2 episodes, or even this full episode, but we're just going to go on a nice little adventure for a while. And basically see what other dogs we can find, and see if there's anything cool you can find. Although I do know from essentially the copy of the world, plus the one time I did do it on this, I do know some cool stuff on the ground. Via the quests of ancient cities and the temple things. Can't think what they're called, but I've made it of copper and all that lot. I should have bought a bow, and I can 100% make one. Which is not going to be too much of a problem to get. And we'll plant extra stuff in there. But yeah, guys, we're basically just going to go see what we can find. And see if there's anything cooler there, or see if there's anything that we might want to take back to the base. Squid. Thinking, what do I need squids for? Because I remember like needing like a black dye, and it's like, hold on, wrong world. Look, as I am saying, ooh, I am saying this now. For the most part, we are going to try and essentially stick to a straight line. Just because I didn't take, like, I can get back to the base very easily, but if I came, oh, an orange chicken. If I came in the thing, I'm gonna have to walk back. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna have to go back anyway. Because I was gonna say, if I, like, otherwise I can just essentially die and get back to the base. Ooh, a yellow one. But it's like, hold on, wait a minute. If I've set my spawn, I'm not gonna be able to. Ooh, golden gold carrots. This is kind of really useful stuff. I'm gonna take everything. Well, what I can carry anyway. But yeah, we're just getting on this little journey. Because, I keep saying because, quite frankly, I've literally just stayed near the base this whole time, and part of me's like starting to think it's like, it's starting to get kind of just to a point of where, like, anybody's first few days of surviving in Minecraft sort of stuff. Basically, if I see like food that can essentially be eaten, like if I see something like melons, I'm gonna grab them because it's gonna be essentially handy to keep food. Plus, at the minute, I don't really have like I'm choosing to. It's a kind of a bad point because it's like I've not set up a reliable food supply yet because, in my eyes, what's the point? I live right next door to one. Because in reality, I plan to essentially sort those out at some point. Now, even if I do essentially get lost and don't know the coordinates, an armadillo! I don't think it's the first one I've seen either. But every time I see them, I get a bit excited. It's like, I barely see them because I typically don't live in areas where they spawn. Like, on the old world, I was showing off, like I showed off like a month ago at this point, I think it was. I had to track them down, I had to fly a good while and pull them back that way. It was not fun. Like when the happy gas comes out, transporting creatures is gonna be so much easier. Ah, brown sheep. It's also been a while since like in a newer world that I've seen like mountains and free iron. I'm not gonna say no to. Every time I see like iron, like cause this sort of looks more kind of like diamonds, I instantly think, wait, they're diamonds. It's like, hold on, wait, no, diamonds don't spawn this far up. I knew I did. It's that broad. I'm about to say that breed, and it's like technically correct. but it's that variant. See, like there have been points where I've had to go stupid like distance to find like different colored like dog breeds, like dog variants in this game. I'm hoping this isn't one. Because something that essentially variant like uses a like pattern at the points is the old route I showed off. I travelled miles, like blocks upon like thousand upon thousand blocks after another just to find them. And the problem with that one was because of the fact that it was basically like if you don't know, any world that's sort of generated before like updates, when it comes to new updates, don't essentially like if you've been like anywhere near them, like new spawn chunks don't spawn in. But if you start a new world just after an update's come out, nothing's been explored. Ah, normal cows. I don't hate the new chickens, cows, pigs, and sheep. Like pig. If I say sheep, it's like hold on, I don't think sheep have been given them because they already had like 18 different colors. But yeah, I don't hate the new variants. I just don't see it as something being like. Granted, we also technically need dogs, and I suppose it is technically more realistic. Because it's like, well, you like not all cows are like the same black and like brown and white, and like not all chickens are white, and it's like, yeah, it's a good point, an annoying point, but a good point. See, I tend to do this annoying thing where it's like, yeah, I get that point, and it's like, hold on, wait a minute, that's a pink sheep. Yeah, I never thought I'd see one. I mean, guys, by that I mean I never thought I'd see one that I didn't die, because I think pink sheep are like the rarest and like to find. I also might grab a couple pumpkins because I'm not 100% sure if I've picked any up at any point. And I'd rather grab some now and not need them than need them and not have them. Oh, baby cow! But yeah, guys, like yesterday's stream, I started streaming Spider-Man thinking it was like a stream for Spider-Man and all that. It's like, hold on, wait, don't I normally stream like New Avengers on Mondays? So I went and ended up rolling with it, and like I ended up streaming for almost a couple of hours, and it's like, well, guess this makes up for the short stream yesterday. Which, technically speaking, it kind of did. Because I got to a point in the game with part 2, and it's like, you know what? I don't want to go no more further because I know for right I'll get stuck into a thing and then it'll go over time. And I was right to think it, kind of. I reckon I could have gone for another 10 minutes, which then would have cut 10 minutes off both times and it would have made a more recall. But, you know, we work with what we got. I don't know why I then suddenly turned, making it like so much more harder to find my base again. Because I'm pretty sure if I die now, I get taken back to spawn. Ah, but no, he does slip 3 bars then. Although I will say, any dog variants I don't find within the 100 days, I will go and search after the 100 days. Like, it'll be a thing I do in my own time. Oh, no. I was just looking past through essentially like the stream page on the channel, and it's like, did I miss episode 9? And it's like, hold on, no, I didn't, because like days not that lot, and it's like, no, I was just it's literally just modeled up in the Batman like Telltale series streams. But yeah, guys, what I probably will do is say at 70 between days 70 to like 80, I probably will spend like the first like say 77, 78 days just exploring probably. But like in days like 80 to 90, I do want to essentially try and go to the Nether. See, benefit of most things, for me to find out for like next stream where like the house is, I just have to click back on the beginning of this stream and just wind forward by like say 2-3 minutes. Even though I can get cobblestone, I did just bring like half a stack with me. Just because it might be useful in case I need to make new tools. Although if I do see essentially a dog breed that I don't recognize from like having like back at the house, I will grab it. Although I do know at some point I do need to find a snowy mountain. Because I believe a snowy mountain and then like it's like a snow mountain and then I think like a snowier mountain. Basically there's two dogs that essentially spawn up by the snow. Which I think potentially are essentially a variant of a starting myself here. Why I generally did with edited content, but starting to enjoy streaming because it's like whatever I say. But yeah, I think the snow dogs in the game, because there's like two of them that look. I know one of them spawns up in the snow, but they both look like essentially like they're from the snow. Because one's sort of like just a pitch like white, and then the other is like a white, and then like got some like light grey fur. But yeah, like those, I know one of them's rare as anything, and I know it's gonna be a pain to find. Oh, black sheep. But yeah, guys. So we are just basically just exploring, seeing what's out there. But potentially, like, I don't want to say it's 100% going to be the final for Miles Morales tomorrow, but like, essentially, for those who are interested who watch both content, the part of the game that essentially left on the cliffhanger was basically, as you can see after the stream, the end of the stream, I was swinging over to essentially where Miles was going to, like, I think it was the science, something to do with a science place. And during it, I'd forgot about the fact of that Miles gets kidnapped during that part. Now, if I remember correctly, the person who kidnaps him is his uncle, because he wants him to stay out of it, because he knows it's going to be a war. And as any good family member, or well, like not necessarily any good like any good parent or any good family member, he's trying to get Miles to stay out of it, because he sees it as a case of, Miles, this is not your responsibility. If the Tinkerer wants to wage war against Roxxon, let her, and stay out of it. It's not your bloodbath. Miles doesn't see it like that. He sees it, one, as a friend's going to get hurt. Two, he then also sees it as civilians are also going to get caught in the crossfire. So at the end of yesterday's stream, I'm pretty sure Miles' uncle kidnaps you and then goes from there. And then I think not long after that is essentially the end of the, like, to a point where it's the end of the game. Which does mean if I get to that point, at any point in tomorrow, like, within, say, the first hour, if I get to that point within the first hour, within, like, a normal length of what stream, I don't care if I'm then stream for, say, another hour and a half, I'm finishing it. Because a lesson I kind of learned from the DLCs were, some points you probably should have just, you know, gone through. Pandas! Ah. It would have been smarter. An Ocelot. Again, if Ocelots were still tameable, I would. But, like, they're not. Baby Ocelot. But yeah, guys, if anyone does remember or doesn't, taming cats in the old days used to be such a pain in the ass. Like, you'd have to track down a jungle, You then have to get an ocelot not to be terrified of you. Slight bit of an exaggeration, but honestly, not by much. Then get the ocelot to stay still in there and not run around the jungle. And hopefully it'll eat some fish. And then become your friend. These days, you just need to find a village. Which is a lot easier for most people, but in the same point, it is so much more nicer. Also, something I've not like instantly done with New Adventures is gone, ooh, let's name the dogs, because typically I do. Granted, I also typically normally use name tags, because then it's like, okay, then I don't have to like remember it, it's right there. I mean, if I head back to my house and like, I've still got like food, I said it's a win-win. Although from the fact of how much hunger I'm going through, I don't think I will have much left, if any. These villages and their floods. Like, I'm in the right biome for dogs to spawn, and none have. Oh, that's a cool chicken. I'm assuming I picked up a raw chicken from like one of the cats killing the chickens. Correction, ocelots killing the chickens. See, I can't remember what way spawn was. Which means there's a highly chance that I am essentially heading back towards spawn. And like not realizing it, but then same point. I remember that place. Yeah. So, whoopsie-daisy. Basically, guys, by me essentially, it's taken me 3 days to get here. I don't know whether I'm gonna get back in the next like 2. But there's like, why is a lot of this looking familiar? Okay, change of plans. Is it gonna spawn me at the spawn point? Yeah. Okay, so I have a good way to go. Basic guys, I spawned at spawn. Cause like surely if I die, it'll spawn me at, you know, my bed. Now I want to get out of this biome as quick as possible, because I've seen a few videos on it, and why overall I don't think it's the most creepiest thing in the world. I'd rather not be in it longer than I need to be. Especially considering I don't know for a fact what happened. Like, I believe if you turn your back on... I can't think what they're called. I believe they do start attacking you, and last thing I want is to get attacked and be stuck out here. I think they're called crickets. Benefit, I have water. Okay, I can slightly say now, if I saw that in the beforehand, I probably would have like been like, oh, I want to live up there. Because it looks really cool, but at the same point, I like where my house is. Ouch. Basically, it'll keep my hunger up for a tiny bit more longer, and it should regenerate me a bit more. Basically, guys, instead of going the direction I was going, which was, turns out, the direction I came from, I should have been going the direction that was essentially from my front door. I'm an idiot. An even bigger idiot. Because, like, it's minus, isn't it? I need to be going in the minus. I was going in. When the hell did I divert from the minus? When I started going that way. Guys, if you knew where the house was, you wouldn't be dodging. Or at least I hope you're not. Basically, guys, to get back to the house, I need to get to 2,380 minus 69 and then 10. 210. This is a nice place. In all fairness, guys, I don't think I ever would have found the house. The other number doesn't really matter, it's just... See, I know I didn't go over the ocean, but again, at this point, I'd rather get... It's not even minus. Basically, I somehow got completely off path. See, this is typically why I don't go venturing, because I know I'll get lost and I know I'll never find the house again. Oh, they kind of look cute. I say, looks like where it lived, but no, not the house. And again, go in the wrong direction. Guys, this is the only reason I'm using Creep, because I know it's the easiest way to get back home. Although I'm going to be intrigued to see what way I do come back to the house. I'm doing a bunch of stupid jumps. It's like, hold on, wait, I'm not back and I've not slapped yet. I don't want to go back to the world border. It's scary. Also, not close. Guys, bear in mind, I walked this originally. Like, I don't care if I die. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we are just going to go and venture off in this direction and try to keep to a straight line, or at least try not to go past, say, the 3,000 block. Although it took about 4 days and I got back to point spawn. I don't know if I should be impressed or terrified. Come here, buddy. Damn it, you're a attack dog. I don't know whether I do, and I'd rather grab a spare. Not that he is a spare. He is loved and very much a good friend. Come on, boy. Time to go off on an adventure. To somewhere no one's ever been in this world before. Come on, in the boat. Yay, good boy. Is it going to be the world's biggest pain to get him out of the boat? Probably. Is there a potential chance I'm going to be ending the stream in a boat? More than likely. Off to saw the seven seas in a little raft. Although I should not be singing random words, or tempting to anyway, in case they are part of a song, because, guys, I don't know if I did mention in part 3 yesterday. I think I might have. If I haven't, I will 100% mention in part 4 tomorrow, as long as I remember. But basically, part 1, it basically been restricted of Miles Morales. So going forward, it's like, don't deal with that again. I'll just turn, I turned the music down anyway, not all the way, but I had slightly turned it down. So I was like, okay, going forward, I'll just have it off. Which was like, when there was one scene, it's like, why is this quiet? It's like, so I turned up the volume on the music, it's like, oh, that's why. So I instantly turned it back down. Land. Although, guys, for episode 16 for this week will probably be Thursday. Shipwreck. I probably should have dumped like half the inventory that I had. Is it? No, I was being blind. Never mind. No, I wasn't. Well, I was being blind for a shipwreck, but I wasn't being completely blind. Ooh! Guys, the reason I was like, trying to get back to that last item was it's a lodestone, which means we can find the base easy. After I make a compass, which I might have the resources back at base to make. Is this a snowy biome or is this just a haunted biome? If it's haunted, we're making our way back to base. No, it's snowy. I'll get rid of them. Like putting water near like in this biome, it's dangerous because it'll tend. Because basically, to make ice bombs, you need it to be cold, and like this is basically a case of you will freeze if given a chance. Oh, that's another snowfall. Remember coordinates? I know I've never mentioned it, but guys, basically, like fox variants in the game, snow foxes are kind of my favorite. Like, I don't mind the normal foxes, but like snow ones are just a bit more cuter, personally. Like, it's so cute. Either way, it's not the complete biggest loss in the world if we don't go back with anything, but we will. Hello. Have you got a friend around here? Because I'd like to have you a friend. It's not the biggest pain if there isn't. No. No. Good dog. You know, guys, I think for the most part, I'm just going to start to head back towards base. Like, I know I'm not going to get there by the time we get to day 75. I'd be very much surprised if we did. If I see another one on the way, then I'll tame it. it's a case of hoping that they just tag along right behind me. And manage to stay alive. Basically, the reason I prefer having two is just because it makes it 10 times easier if I ever want to breed them. But even with one, there is a percentage chance that it will. Basically, if I had the Happy Gas, I'd fly back, and when the Happy Gas does get added to the game, which I believe is in summer, I will be getting. I will track down halfway through the Nether to find one. Plus, I always know where it is if I need to go back. So it's not the worst thing in the world. I'd like to get back, I don't think I will. Although guys, I said to myself earlier, because I looked at my phone's battery and then I checked my controller's battery, because I've said before, and I would basically use this due to PlayStation 5s and because I've always used Android, like I've always used Samsung's. Why I couldn't care who thinks of Ella. I do just overall prefer Samsung and kind like a bit of a bias. Do think they're a tiny bit better. Just because of the fact of like I've had the same Samsung for like 2, potentially 3 years now. And it still runs great, but I've seen people basically go, oh great, need to get a new iPhone now because my phone's running slow. So I don't know, and it could just be a case of me being like, yeah, iPhones aren't great. But I believe that essentially after a year, after the new one comes out from Android, they make them slow. I have no proof that Samsung ever do it either, and it could just be the fact of like, I used the S10 for like several years. Like I used the S10 all out through college, all the way up to when the S23 came out. Which, guys, the S23 is based on the year 2023. I've had it since my birthday that year, I believe it was. I don't care how much this land gets through, but I do want to know where those dogs are. Basically, with dogs and like any other animal that basically follows you, if you backtrack a bit from when you last remember seeing them, it'll get to a point where they essentially do just teleport after you. I know skeletons still shot me, I just don't know where from. Ah, there. Okay, no, would have said in chat. The only thing I can do is head back towards the cold. But yeah, guys, up. Yes, I was right. Like, I don't know why, but yeah, I was right. But guys, I'm surprised to say the fact that I found an enchanted golden apple, and my extra was like, wait, what? Not, oh my god. It's the first time in New Adventures I found one, but I have found one somewhat recently. Yeah, enchanted golden apple. Found one somewhat recently. Ooh, turtles. In the world I clicked on beforehand was a world I essentially mess around with when when I want to essentially play Minecraft, but like I'm in the mood to play Minecraft, but it's like, hold on, can't jump onto New Adventures. But yeah, so it's essentially that. Although guys, when I know I've mentioned Quest a few times, but like I know like Diamond Armor used to essentially like almost full set of Diamond Armor used to be my thing in Quest. I went back and it's like, oh yeah, I used to remember when Diamond Armor because I thought it was like essentially my thing. Turns out no. Turns out for the most part, like netherite leggings and bottom with a light elytra on the back is more my thing, but that was just my thing for Quest and it's something I don't change. Cause like, oh yeah, back then when I had no idea how to get like the stuff. And if anyone does come to me like, wait, hold on, did you ever get another? It's like, yeah, I have a full set of netherite armor on that world. But it was before, like, because I think the update was recently out, and like I was like, how and all that lot. Like I thought you had to go up. Turns out, no. I might do like essentially another right hunting like episode at some point on Quest, or essentially just a stream where I go with like, there's the house, with like say a few stacks of say TNT, because basically the way to get netherite is there's two methods, two okay methods. Now I was like I've only started using this one a lot more recently. It was because of a YouTuber. But basically the method was you take beds, you dig like 6 tunnels. Not this. First method, when the method I've been using for a good while, is you carry on digging with your pickaxe until you can't reach no more. You then you do two of those. You then dig left and right. You place beds, and then you explode the beds. A more effective method is go down to the level that Nether. So I think it's like I think it's like level 11 or higher. You go down to that level, and you basically dig a giant ass tunnel, and then go TNT. You plant a load. Like typically, what I've done is just gone like, I don't need it. Just done a straight tunnel, fired a bow, and just watched it as it blowed up. Technically, more the efficient way to do is go one every like 3-4 blocks. No, you sit. You also sit. No, we didn't have it. We had the original, but no, we didn't. Did we? No, we didn't. Guys, I know it's day 75. If I go over it, I go over. I know my inventory basically just needs emptying. I'll basically just make another storage box next episode. But yeah, guys, this is Tyrus. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We've got 2 new dogs that I didn't already have, and we got lost. So overall, productive. I'm kidding. But yeah, this is Tiger signing off. Bye.